Welcome to our daily Bible devotions. This week, we're going to start a new series. And since we have already laid the foundations in the previous weeks, we have already laid the proper logic that we need to examine different worldviews. And now we're going to explore the arguments for the theistic worldview. And we're going to explore and dig deep into the arguments about the existence of God. And we're going to start with probably the most famous among all the arguments for the existence of God, and that is the cosmological argument. What is the cosmological argument? Before we answer that question, we have to distinguish this one first from the other main arguments about the existence of God. What are those? So these are the main theistic arguments or arguments about the existence of God. Argument from cause, argument from design, and argument from morality. Now, argument from morality is simply called moral argument. Argument from design is called teleological argument. We will go through those two others in the next 2 weeks, but for this week, we're going to focus on the argument from cause, or we call it the cosmological argument. Cosmological, the term cosmological, it sounds fancy, it sounds technical, but really it just comes from the Greek word cosmos, which means world or universe. Therefore, it's an argument about the beginning of the universe or the cause of the universe, pointing to the existence of God. So we have already discussed as well how the formal argument looks like. So the formal argument for the cosmological argument looks like this. First, everything that had a beginning, let's go back. There. Okay, first, everything that had a beginning had a cause. Second, the universe had a beginning. Conclusion, therefore, the universe had a cause. The first premise that we will discuss and focus on is the premise that everything that had a beginning had a cause. And this is quite easy to support because of the law of causality. We will go through that tomorrow. Second, the universe had a beginning. Again, we need to find support for that premise for us to come up with the conclusion that therefore the universe had a cause. Now, if you remember the video clip that I showed last week, this cosmological argument somehow only proves that the universe had a cause or had a beginning. How does it prove that the universe had a cause who is God? It's like this. Because if you think about it, if we come to the conclusion that the universe had a cause or had a beginning, then therefore this cause of the universe actually led for the cause or the creation of mankind. And mankind is intelligent. And if the cause or the creator of an intelligent man exists, then it can only be a person, someone with intelligence, and it can only be God. It only points to, remember our definition last week for God? Then that definition is the only one that fits logically to this cause or origin of the universe. If there is a God, God must be the supreme being, the higher intelligence that created everything in the universe that led to the creation of the intelligent man. So that's how the cosmological argument points to the existence of God. Of course, there are more details about this which we are going to explore in the coming days, but for tomorrow, we're going to start with examining the scientific principle or scientific law of causality. So I'll see you tomorrow.